actually 95% of bells that are rung this way are in England. And I don't mean Britain, I mean England. But you will find an odd tower here and there wherever the English have been, like South Africa, Australia, America.
Old man's trouble, never find him hanging round my front door. 'Cause I got rhythm music that goes with it. I got my gal who can ask for anything more. Who can ask for anything more? Swinging on up the jazz, jazz, jazz. My, well, all right. Jazz, jazz.
Tower captain of the Chalfont St Peter bell ringers. Chalfont St Peter is part of the East Bucks and South Bucks bell ringers guild, and they're part of the Oxfordshire Diocese Guild. This is the ringing room where we actually pull the ropes. We've just celebrated last year the 200 years since they were rehung. They fell down, the tower fell down in 1798, and they were rehung when the tower was rebuilt. So we celebrated that last year, 200 years. The clapper of the treble bell, which is that small one, fitted in 1798, and it broke in 1984. So it's in use for 185 years. And what they've done, they've just mounted it on that board. You start off, the basics is ringing rounds, so you just follow the bell in front of you, the treble leads off, and then 2, 3, 4 and so on follow. And it's just a process of learning. As you watch one rope go down, you follow with yours. And then of course as you get more advanced, you learn what's called methods, and then the bells all change places and ringing. But that's a very gradual learning process. You can see the bells on the table there. There are some very clever people who have 4, and they can ring 4 different bells, all at different times. Yes, I think that's about the biggest. But I think you only sort of ring that once. One bell with that one, and that's it. That's the treble, smallest one. That's the tenor, the heaviest one, and it's also the clock bell. Then you've got number 2, 3, 4 and 5. The heaviest is 11 hundredweight. Every Wednesday evening, 7:30 till 9 o'clock. We don't normally miss any, except perhaps at Holy Week and Christmas. We ring for Sunday morning service at 9:30 and Sunday evening service at 6:30.
Not two. Treble's going. It's gone.
We have open days once a year on the feast day, and I did actually come up the bell tower on one of those days, and that sort of gave me introduction to it.
We were at a Christmas party in the village, run by some friends of ours, and they invited their neighbour, who was the famous George Swift, who rang at this tower. It's known throughout the length and breadth of the country. He would be about 80-something at that time. And he's quite a character, was George, and he talked us into it.
Anyone can have a go, yes. It's not easy. It's easy to learn actually to control the bell. That's not difficult. But once you get into learning different methods, that it really is quite mind-bending.
We had an old man here who was still ringing over 90 and still enjoying it.
Uncle Jed has never read an almanac on drinking. Still, he's always on a spree, doing what comes naturally.
Doing what comes naturally.
Every year we have an outing, and a party of us go round to about half a dozen other churches in the district, and we have parties of our bell ringers visiting this church too.
So we learn the methods by learning the patterns that we make among the bells. And we start off with basic patterns and then go on to more complicated patterns. This is a method called Stedman doubles, which was invented by Fabian Stedman. And it's quite a complicated method, but to make the methods more interesting, to increase the variations in the bells, you call either bobs or singles. Singles in Stedman, which alter the order of the bells and make it longer. And in Stedman, they call the patterns that you make cat's ears and coat hangers to try and make it easy to remember. Because if you're a very experienced ringer, then you go on to more complex methods like London Surprise, which, as you see, is a very lengthy sort of method. That's an 8-bell method called Rutland. And these are the patterns you have to memorize. You're not allowed to look at anything while you're ringing. You have to memorize it.
From this moment on, you for me, dear, only two for tea, dear. From this moment on, from this happy day.
You definitely need to ring then.
Jill, do you treble? Do you ring the treble up?
Okay, treble goes today then.
Quite nice to keep up English traditions, and if people don't learn to do it, then it's just die out.